Gather round, my children, a story I will say of how our planet Earth was saved just as hope had slipped away. A daring act committed by a brave and noble few, whose tale all my generation know. Now you shall learn it too. It was England, 2023, the day the deed was done. The air was full of CO2 and rivers overrun. While a million mouths were missing meals, supermarket bins locked shut. The underfunded NHS was continuously cut. Drugs are the source of our problems, the hegemonic class would say, as they sneered about people sniffing Ket while drinking Beaujolais. The poor drug-addled reprobates were always cause for fright, because we all know taking drugs is fine only if you're rich and white. While ministers slurped coffee and after dinner smoked cigars, innocent people went to jail for growing medicinal plants. You could get drunk every Friday without breaking a single law, but might spend 7 years in a single cell for picking mushrooms on the moor. It might seem like it was random, what was allowed and what was illegal, but most things with the power to heal were forbidden, banned, and evil. It could have just been coincidence, but many did observe. It was the interests of the corporate ruling class these prohibitions served. So that is why, my children, in the year 2023, the anarchist named Susan spiked the Prime Minister's cup of tea. 400 micrograms of acid he ingested on that day, while all of London's water supply spiked by Susan's girlfriend Kay. Across the city, those who drank were suddenly possessed by the urge to flock to the nearest park, hug trees and get undressed. It was like the zombie apocalypse, but with more dancing and more sex. But those who'd not yet drunk the drug were frightened and perplexed. They were terrified that soon they too would be altered in the brain. As to those who could not hear the tune, the dancers looked insane. Before long, millions across the city had had at least one sip, as man, woman, queers and every child joined in the collective trip. iPhones were left on office desks, McDonald's was abandoned, as holding hands and singing songs would soon become the standard. Mother Nature let out an exhausted sigh as industry shut down. The pollution cloud began to lift, clean air in London town. But before anyone had figured out what happened in the capital, acid water was in every town thanks to Susan's band of radicals. And while the nation's trip was fun for some, many had tough truths to face. Many people had been oft unkind to those of different class and race. When you benefit from others' misfortune, reflection's a painful task indeed. So as the Prime Minister's trip began to fade, a new order was decreed. Hedge fund managers would be double taxed upon tripling teachers' pay, and the budget for maintaining Trident would go to therapy for the gays. Local renewable generation, more money for the arts, and every nuclear power station turned into national parks. The worldwide community watched in awe. A happy, united kingdom. So other nations decided one by one to follow suit and join them. Fires in Australia were no more, and the ice cap ceased to melt. The heft of racial injustice was at last seen and felt. Production of munitions were totally concluded, as everybody realized just how we'd been deluded. So today, we mark the anniversary of the rebels' daring deeds, spiking the world with LSD to listen to each other's needs. The global network of capital crumbled into a world of love and hugs. And that, my beautiful children, is the tale of how the world was saved by drugs.